And really, Edey, let's understand this, because he's 7'4". He doesn't have to get all the way up on him to be able to guard him and contest the shot.
Here's Braden Smith, the freshman, putting Purdue on the board.
3 guys that transferred with Tobin Anderson from St. Thomas Aquinas.
Edey again double-teamed, and left alone is Smith. Knocks it down. And FDU allowed 46 points in the paint Wednesday against Texas Southern. Edey left alone.
And then they finally get the ball in to Zach Edey.
Great pass. And Gillis with the finish. Off the feed from Smith. Edey had it over to Smith. Again, looking to push tempo inside. Caleb first. And it's 10 in a row for Purdue.
This is what they need to do. Push that ball so they can't set up their pressure. Caleb first, Boilermakers.
Smith through traffic. Into the corner it goes. Lawyer wide open. Nails it! Here's another look. Wow.
He doesn't have to get all the way up on him to be able to guard him and contest the shot.
Here's Braden Smith, the freshman, putting Purdue on the board.
Well, he's had a really good year with Tobin Anderson from St. Thomas Aquinas.
Edey again double-teamed, and left alone is Smith. Knocks it down. 46 points in the paint Wednesday against Texas Southern. Edey left alone.
And then they finally get the ball in to Zach.
Great pass. And Gillis with the finish. Off the feed from Smith. Edey had it over to Smith. Again, looking to push tempo inside. Caleb first. And it's 10 in a row for Purdue.
This is what they need to do. Push that ball so they can't set up their pressure. Caleb first, Boilermakers.
That they've been on the last couple of years to try to get to the NCAA tournament.
Smith got the screen hole with Edey.
That's a high percentage shot.
Muscling his way. Got the rebound. Got it again. New shot clock outside. Braden Smith 3.
Well, they do a great job moving the ball side to side and then attacking. They're a team that's on the attack.
Another 3 from Braden Smith. Moten had gone 3 of 3 to start, including a triple. Braden Smith, he'll line up a 3. Edey got him.
And in that time, very smart play. Grambling trying to stay in this zone.
Inside Edey. And picked up by Braden Smith. And the Boilermakers are running. Jones the fake, quickly converged on. Into Edey. Got the feed in there from Braden Smith. And Braden Smith the other way. Setting up with the fadeaway. Pretty stroke. Braden Smith. He's got 11. Stevenson a move, slashing inside. Rams into Edey. He's got the ball. Another rebound for him. 8 straight misses. Hold on! Camden Heidi! And a little run right there by Purdue. They got Heidi airborne, and the freshman got it from the sophomore. Smith on top, shot clock at 7, into Edey, back to Kaufman-Wren. On top, Smith 3.
By Jones to not pick that ball up again, or he'd have been called for travel.
Smith trying to gash that defense, gets a pass inside with an easy 2. And burns a lot of rubber out there, and he's got Brown on him. Goes inside to Kaufman-Wren. Highest honor he can get in that state. He's got the ball at the top. He's just a sophomore. Got the screen, opens the door. And Gillis in his 5th year. Smith has it. Shot clock at 3. Hits it out.
Nembhard following in his brother Andrew's footsteps, transferring after his second year to Gonzaga. Andrew is now with the Indiana Pacers. Wide open three for Braden Smith. They have not looked intimidated to go inside.
Not one bit. They have more points in the paint than Purdue, not even close.
Well, that's too easy for Braden Smith. Right into the starting lineup for Matt Painter.
He's added a degree of, and then coming off the screen.
Smith a three. Mark Few calls timeout. Ike out on Smith, who locates Lawyer, left alone for three. It's good! Feels like a home game, and it's raining threes for Purdue. Greg remains out there with three. Nembhard, what a play, but Lawyer goes up to get it. Smith, great move. What a finish. Smith turns the corner on Nembhard. Misses in tight, but the follow is there. Well, in the first half, Purdue got it done from the outside with 7 threes. Here in the second half, 16, make it 18 points in the paint. Looks like they are. Smith. Braden Smith lobbing for Edey. What a feed from Smith. Exactly what we diagrammed in our open. Smith around Ziegler all the way. What a take by Braden Smith.
Every play in this game so far has been a pick and roll. That time Edey stepped up and contested that. That bothered Dalton Connect.
Braden Smith back on the floor as well. He'll take a three. And that's the first one to go down today for the Boilermakers.
Great flare move by Zakai Ziegler.
His mom, Charmaine, loving it. A 4-point Tennessee lead. Oh, what a counter by Smith. Lightning quick to the rim. Braden Smith slowing things down for the Boilermakers. Great shot fake. Oh, what a dish to Edey.
To the big guy. He gets all kind of good. I don't know why Vescovy left it. Not that it would have mattered, probably. But
3.5 to play. Smith. Estrella was there, but what a find by Smith to Edey. Points all here in the second half.
Well, that's only their third made three of the game. That
punish you. Discard. Smith. Line it up. It's good. Got to make him feel good. First half.
Yeah, what they got is Heidi is a good defender, can make threes, and Gillis a good passer and pick and pop.
Smith upstairs. Jumbo jam. Zach Edey.
Great set out of that timeout, getting Smith downhill. Klingon coming over to try.
So that's it for Johnson in that short stint. Klingon back on the floor for UConn.
Just too strong. Smith goes to the bank. You knew he was going to come back with a good game. That's what he does, though. Intimidates.
They're not shown on that ball screen.
Smith, banker goes. He got fouled, too.
Contain the point guard.
This is the largest lead of the night. 7. Smith, they give him the jumper, and he makes it from the outside. Smith against Caravan, high screen, Edey. Smith's going to take it. On target.
He must have heard you. He must have heard you.
This kid is a bounce-back performer.
Klingon did his job. Spencer did his job. Edey's got 2 more as he flushes it down.
Good defense by Kamani Hamilton. Smith recovers and answers with a 3. They lost to Michigan in the Big Ten quarterfinals. Matt Painter said they used this time off to rest. Did not do anything. Saturday and Sunday, a light practice on Monday as Smith hits another.
He loves that step back.
They were down 15 points with 15 minutes to go in the game. Came back to beat Winthrop and advance to the tournament for the first time as Smith hits another. On this end of the floor, Kaufman-Wren has made his last 5 shots. Here's Braden Smith, and he is back in the scoring column. Smith, oh, what a feed to Kaufman-Wren.
Pick and roll is killing.
Smith. This time he's able to finish. Shot clock at 20.
Pick and roll. This has been like a tape on pick and rolls.
Smith, deep three. It's good. Almost was ready to launch again. Now finds Kaufman-Renn on the wing.
Oh, they came to get him that time.
Braden Smith, a corner three. Wide open. Shoemate described his team as controlled chaos.
You know, you have to do calculated risks, too.
Smith rattles it in. Smith, one eye on the basket, one eye on Kaufman-Renn. He'll take that three and make it.
And not let them get too down on themselves.
Well, that's a good thing to be, but how about throw the ball inside to that big guy?
Cox a three and a big shot by the freshman. They never trailed in that game, but the Bulldogs got it down to one as C.J. Cox with the steal up ahead to Braden Smith. And Purdue is on the board first. Kaufman-Renn banging around with Roberts. Kaufman-Renn now doubled, gets it out. Into the corner it goes to Smith for three. Smith to Kaufman-Renn. Roberts is right there. Kaufman-Renn off glass for two.
Great pass.
Kaufman-Renn off a tremendous feed from Smith.
Yeah, you know, he had his eyes up the whole time. He's getting doubled. It's kind of double teamed here. Look at his eyes. Look where he's looking. He's not worried about those two guys that are guarding him. He's worried about seeing his team. Look, everything's at the rim, right?
Colvin wide open, and he hits this one. His first triple tonight.
Three-point shot Colvin gets. So they overextend coming to the middle of the floor, and they leave the corner.
Smith, Kaufman-Renn, there it is.
I'll tell you, Braden Smith can play cat and mouse with that high screen better than anybody in the country.
We'll get into as the night goes on.
And I like the sweater, by the way.
Thumbs up. Braden Smith hanging.
And that gets the party started here in St. Louis.
Queens University was the number 3 seed in the ASUN tournament as Smith hits a beautiful mid-range J. A little bit off target, trying to go glass.
This is where he's good in the open floor, finding people. There you go.
Setting the table for Club. He has tied Bobby Hurley.
Larson playing for his third different school, the graduate transfer. Smith, little pocket pass. Renn puts it down.
Once again, speaking about it, here is the record breaker. Kaufman-Renn makes a
shot clock at 2. Hanging. High degree of difficulty. And look at Benter. Out to Smith. Splash.
Smith and Lawyer just love those step-in threes in rhythm. Boy, I've been going after that a little bit consistently, right from behind.
Meyer picks his pocket.
Good luck.
Smith ahead of the field. Easy deuce. Here comes Smith around the screen, and a C's just partied.
Yeah, a little tricky move here, too. You see him.
So a little bit of a danger zone here for the Royals. Good movement.
It really is. You got to be careful. They're going to get a couple of possessions on you.
Smith, just textbook. Creates the space. Timeout Royals.
Boilermakers with possession, trying to extend a 12-point lead. Smith.
Nice.
Into the corner. This is Cox.
Got it.
Boy, was that ever a beautiful pass by Smith.
Queens has scored just 8 points in the last 8 minutes. Smith will scurry back into their half-court defense.
See, he knows he wants to shoot that ball from about 12 feet or so out, but he drives you back.
23-point lead. Jabril's line as he approaches double figures. Into the corner. Open look at his three. Harris won't go. Offensive rebound. This is Smith. In their league tournament. Smith steps back, and he has been lethal tonight.
From that Painter squad here. See that separation? He stops on the dime and just flicks it over him.
Just masterful.
Working it. Look at this.
Smith deep shot, and he's not done yet. 2 years at Auburn under Bruce Pearl. 1 year at Michigan last season. And I think it all of that.
Look at Smith. Just a master class.
Watch how high he jumps in the air here. You usually don't see that. Guys leaving their feet to kick that ball behind their back. I don't think he needed that one. They had some guys who were open on the perimeter.
Washington has missed his first 4 shots. Smith, little body bumping, and connects.
Matt Painter did dip into the transfer portal to get Lance Jones out of Southern Illinois. He was a defensive wing. He looks at Clough as Lance Jones this season at a different position.
You got to help him out. There you go.
Homer Myers checked in. That's Lawyer.
Yeah, I just think, you know, with that 2-2-1 press they tried just then, they backed it off in a hurry because of Smith's ability to pick it apart.
1 possession game. Smith elevates. Cash money. Here he comes down the paint. Second defender. Kaufman runs. Masterful fake. And he's headed to the free throw line. 12 back out to Smith. 6 to shoot. Smith sealed off Henderson. Well played. Clough underneath. Clough. Just brilliant. Big possession right here for the Hurricanes. Allen looking for some daylight. Poked away. It was Lawyer.
Give it to Smith.
Smith all by himself. Big sequence for the Boilermakers. As we cross the 4-minute mark now left in regulation.
That slip cut. He doesn't go to the basket with it, though.
Kaufman, Wren, the leader. Got it.
NCAA tournament wins. They came close in 2024. They got on a heater late in the year. And Fletcher Lawyer, sharp-shooting three-point maker.
Known for hitting big shots as well.
Smith pull-up. Mid-range is true. Shooter's touch. Cox had scored the last 6 points for Purdue. Now see the wave of substitutions coming in for both coaches as Smith runs with Kaufman Red, and that little push shot, that's his signature. That is a deadly combination in the pick and roll.
Okay, he's going to allow the game to come to him, but he's going to be very aggressive but under control. That's what you're seeing from Mark early.
Smith goes right by Cody, got the mismatch and the blow-by to lay it in, and Sean Miller. Not a team that wants to run a lot, Purdue. They're very comfortable in the half-court set, and all the way to the basket, Jakari Harris. Lawyers 3 for 5. Rest of the Boilers 0 for 7 from three-point range. Tough 2 that time. Oh, a shooter's touch for Fletcher Lawyer.
For their primary ball handlers to turn the corner to get those bodies inside the lane, and Swain got there. Now, Braden Smith kind of gets to another one of his sweet spots, which is
Andy Kettler. He is now 225 points. He pounds. He lived in the gym, and it's really showing in his game.
Then a star of the SEC, Big Oscar, puts it in close range with a left hand.
2 shots that should have been down for the Longhorns.
Purdue can grab the lead. That one's good. Braden Smith hits another jumper. Wilcher at the controls. And now a steal. Smith. Smith takes it all the way. Puts it in. And Purdue's on a run. One of the great point guards in the country with the ball in his hands. A center it on to Cody. And he gets right to the basket. Puts it in for 2. And see if Arizona will take the bait to shoot the 3. Burries is one of those guys who can shoot it 41% during the regular year. Here's Smith now. Answer 3. Kaufman Ren left open again. And now Smith drives it. Up and over Karchenkov from fadeaway jumper from Braden Smith. Already Arizona establishing themselves in the paint. Smith for 3 again. Shot is pure early against grown men for a lot of years now. Smith to Kaufman Ren. That signature push shot gives Purdue a boost. Matt Painter trying to navigate these minutes with Kaufman Ren in foul trouble. The third three-pointer by Braden Smith. He's got 11. Only has the 1 assist, but he's scoring right now. Now he sets up Cox, and Cox delivers a 3-ball.
Now Braden Smith is going into the passing mode. Splits the pick and roll. C.J. Cox.
Purdue in their second Elite 8 in the last 3 years. Lawyer, catch and shoot. Cash.
Half-court execution.
Braden Smith working with Clough. Fires one to him, and Clough drops it in with a left hand. Smith. Looks like that ankle is sound. It's the right one. He drops it off. Clough drops his shoulder. Clough against Krivas. Their largest lead, 72-57. Desperation time for Purdue. Kaufman-Wren with his signature push.
Braden Smith, Trey Kaufman-Wren, Fletcher Lloyd been able to accomplish as a trio. It hurts now.